Well, hello there. Thank you for stopping by. Let's jump into how I created this 24 by 36 mixed media piece titled Hope. I've scaled my sketch with a projector using a pencil, and now I'm going in with Master's Touch acrylic black paint, which with this medium, it dries pretty thick like molding paste. So we're just doing the outline to raise the butterfly a bit. I don't know what it is, but your girl is loving texture more, so I'm just kind of experimenting to see what I can all do to create more textured pieces. As I let that dry, we're gonna jump into the next day where we're gonna start applying the underpainting. And of course, I'm using a pre-used palette of Master's Touch oils, which I have stored in the freezer to slow down oxidation. So it's a bit tough to mix right now because it's still thawing out. But right here, I'm just adding in some solvent and creating a very loose fluid mix of burnt umber and titanium white for this underpainting. As you can see me applying just where the shadows and highlights will be placed. As you can see, I'm going based off of my reference photo that is right alongside of me. It's always great to have your reference photo right in front of you because it just helps with accuracy. Even if you don't have an iPad, I recommend just printing it out and taping the photo right next to where you're painting. Here I'm using a large flathead brush just to get some smooth and precise lines along the edges of the hand and the arms. I also enjoy it because it helps me jump into covering large areas with paint. And here I'm just using a medium styled filbert brush just to get into some of those crevices of the fingers and color blocking in some of the highlights and shadows where I see fit. Next, while we let the hands dry, we're gonna jump into the butterfly and start color blocking in some of the wing patterns. Here I'm just using a liner brush with more solvent than paint just to get some smooth and straight lines. Do y'all see the dimension though? That butterfly is coming to life. So now we let that dry and jump into the next day where we are starting to add the next layer and the background color. But first I need to patch that stain I made so it doesn't show up in the blue background, which you will see shortly. Here I'm using a small flathead brush just to pack in some color, which I am using burnt sienna and yellow and orange. This will be my base tones for both elements, just so that there is a balance and cohesiveness when you visually see it as one. And as I always say, you want to segment your piece as a puzzle. So as you can see, each wing pattern has its own color and blend of hues to it. It's not all one flat color. Here I'm going in with a liner brush using some white and yellow just to give that wing pattern a pop, okay? Make that butterfly fly. It is the next day only because I could not film. The lighting was just, it was not working out for me. But we're gonna go ahead and get to this background, which here I mixed in ocean green and white together, and I'm using acrylic only because we'll be applying gold leaf on top. I'm using the same large flathead brush just to get into those crevices, and then I'm gonna go in with a smaller filbert brush just to get into the nooks and crannies of the fingers and any tight spaces of the butterfly, of course. Side note, don't forget to paint them edges. Okay, back to the program. Now we're jumping into the official second layer, which is the fun part for me because I can start really applying the folds, the details, and kind of start building from there. So with the brand Master's Touch oil, it already has a fattiness to it. So I have no need to really use like linseed oil as a mixing medium. I just use solvent as a water agent and it blends pretty well. This is the next day, and right here, I'm just adding in more highlights. And how I achieve this is using more solvent than oil paint. So it gives me this glazing technique where I can apply the top layer over the previous layer and it still gives that translucence of color coming in behind the previous layer. Now, as I let the top hand dry, we're gonna go ahead and jump to the bottom hand and start packing in some of those colors and more dimension so we can start building and defining. So once you have all your buttery blending in place, now we gotta get into the texture. And with this technique, this stippling technique, do not be afraid of it because this is what brings the skin to life. And of course, the more you practice it, the more confident you become with it. But don't avoid it. Like, get into the texture. Don't think you're doing too much. I promise, the more texture, the more it looks realistic. And as you can see, I like to jump from different segments just to let certain areas dry before I come back to it. So I'm just adding in some of these shadows under the fingers. So here I'm creating a glazing mix of orange just to go back in and blend some of that contrasting tone to make it stand out a bit more. And I'm also using blue and orange just to get more of depth in those shadows around the circumference of the fingers and the knuckles. All right, now where are all my lefties at? Because if you know, we've had to struggle our whole life in school. But I've turned this canvas upside down so that I can really get a clean and steady line without messing up the hands and just messing up the whole painting. I don't want that for me. This just helps me have more control of the paintbrush is all. So I'm just adding my finishing touches, making sure everything is nice and neat before we allow all of this to dry and get into the next day, which is adding the mixed media of gold leaf. So here I am using frog tape, which I feel like is a great tape that gives really clean lines. I'm applying a gold leaf adhesive and strategically placing the gold leaf where it goes. We ain't wasting no gold leaf around here, okay? Next, we're gonna go in with a gloss varnish and really saturate to lay down each sun ray. And as we allow that to dry, let's get into more details of this second hand. We need to bring it to life a little bit more. So by this layer, it's just a bunch of light strokes and just really placing where you see those highlights. Here I'm glazing in some of that light source from the background to bounce off the skin. So I'm mixing a bit of titanium white and blue, which I'm using the same mixture to stipple in the highlights on the forearm. Now that the hands are done, let's go ahead and pull off this tape to reveal these beautiful sun rays. Here I'm just going in and adding 3 more just to fill in some spaces that I feel like would balance it a little better. Lastly, I'm going in with some titanium white and dry brushing it out to create this halo effect just to add more of a focal point to the butterfly itself. And voila, she is done. And she is beautiful, baby. In this day and time, I just believe we need a little bit more hope. With a world full of chaos, we just need to take a moment to be grateful for the small things, the simplistic things. And I believe this piece captured that perfectly. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and please be sure to stay tuned for more.